Okay.
Bringing you your favorite new MCs, it's Dormville!
Okay, alright, this life is good. I'm so alive, I'm high, I'm good, I'm on my way. I knew I would, I glow, I shine, I'm flying, I'm good. Lemonade on my sweater, life is making my sweeter. Money count on my cell phone.
What's up, everybody? This is Dormville. I'm your host, Mike Cook, with my co-host,
Backstage Phantom.
and we're sitting down today with rapper B. Anderson. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Bro, for those of you who don't know, bro, B. Anderson is straight out of Compton, California, now living in the AGG, bro. Arlington, Texas, bro, is a Dallas rapper holding it down with the Greenhouse crew. Was John Doe, Coach Tev, all of those cats. So we're gonna jump right in. Yo, B, so you did a interview a couple last week, and you were talking about the Dallas sound, and you've been on Instagram talking about how Dallas doesn't really have a set sound. Like Houston has like that wood grain chopped and screwed.
Right.
You know, Atlanta and New York have their own specific sound. But
Yeah.
it's like everything. I mean, like not to answer the question on Instagram because I was like, bro, nah, I'm gonna talk to him about it, bro. Don't worry, I can't do it. I can't do it now, bro.
Yeah.
And so like can you elaborate on that? Like about you said that we had like Dallas itself has more of an eclectic sound. Like
Yeah. So, by that I meant like I feel like within Dallas we don't have a concrete, sound that you can kind of pinpoint to Dallas. Like, you know, I think that there's a lot of places, and they're pretty much hubs. Just I guess in America, just within music period, talking about like the New Yorks and the Californias and et cetera, et cetera. There are specific sounds. Even you can get into, like Florida, uh, or even more so like when you get into more of like the Midwest, or even like you said, like in Houston, there's sounds. I mean, I'm not saying every artist sounds like, another, but yeah, like I think Dallas specifically, there's so many different sounds and so many different artists that collaborate, and we're in such a collaborative environment that
Right.
it's hard to match. It's really unmatched if you ask me.
do you think it comes from more of that like people move to Dallas knowing it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I like they live in Dallas, they're born, raised, and all that? Because I know like you and John are both originally from California, so it's just kind of like y'all bring that vibe, and then there's other cats that are from like different parts of the state, or not state, different parts of the country and whatnot, and
Right.
like Dallas has become that kind of like hub city to where like everybody's just kind of like mixing together and whatnot.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I think while that may be a factor as far as like, being from different places, like both John and I, like we moved to Texas at a young age. Like I moved, I was born in Paramount, California, lived in Compton till I was about till I was about 4 or 5, and I would move back and forth. But the thing is, I've lived in Arlington since I was about like 6, and I mean I went to elementary, junior high, high school out there. So I kind of think that the Texas, environment molded my upbringing. So although I was, back and forth, in Compton, or my parents is from Louisiana, so I have so many, different types of influences. But yeah, like I think Texas itself molds a lot of, the music just because of the environment.
Like I'm about to, yo, because I finished high school in Arlington. I lived in Oklahoma. My family's from Louisiana, but like, yo, what part of Louisiana are y'all from?
So my dad's side is from this small little town called Reserve. It's like probably like 15 to 20 minutes outside of New Orleans, kind of close to the Plaza. I don't know if you ever heard of it. And
Yeah.
mom is from northern Louisiana, and she's from, like, it's funny because both of my parents are kind of like from, just the back area, like backwood areas. Like my mom's from northern Louisiana, but she's from a town called Natchitoches. Like
Yo, that's
uh,
where my aunt's from.
yeah, like close to the Powhatan area, like a little bit outside of Shreveport.
Yep.
But yeah, so like that's where my parents are from. That's crazy, man. Small world.
What part of Louisiana culture, or what part of like Dallas culture, or what part of like California culture do you think influenced you the most in your music?
Um, Honestly, man, I would say that it would probably be the Texas part, just because like I feel like I have to have that type of southern influence in my music. I
Mm-hmm.
was talking like you said in that other podcast that I was talking to the homies, and I was telling them that I've kind of marginalized my actual, I guess, genre of music as southern lo-fi.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, of course I'm this lyrical rapper, where I like to have very deep conceptual thoughts, um where that's where I guess my Cali influence comes in, but it always has to have some type of bang, some type of vibe to it, to where it's just like I want you to feel it outside of the lyrics. Like you have to feel music, and that's why I understand, like I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand like these SoundCloud rappers and a lot of this music that seems dumbed down, because it's just like sometimes people just feel music. Like you can't really just go against what somebody feels or what somebody rocks with. Sometimes
Right.
more so just the feeling. That's what music is.
Do you think that like that whole like, yeah, you can feel music, but do you think that with all the SoundCloud rappers and whatnot, like because they're not here for like they're not here to bring lyrical content, they're just here like mostly, I don't want to say just for fun, but like most of the time they want to just be here for fun because they're like, oh yeah, I can rap, or like this
Yeah.
is fun. Like me and my homies do this. Like, do you think that that oversaturates the game and then kind of like
Yeah.
gives people a harder time?
No, yeah, for sure, for sure. But see, that's what it is, though. It's like it oversaturates the game, but it's like you got to look. You kind of you got to look at it like a job. Like the turnover in rap is so high, because these rappers will, they'll be here for fun, but not for longevity.
Right.
So, these rappers will, create these vibes and have these little waves and have their year or two, or not even that. Like they'll have their 6 months of fame, and then they'll kind of just fall off, from this pedestal, while you have these other artists that have been putting in, the work for years, and, they'll just pop up, just randomly. And it's kind of just like, okay, there's the same artist that you putting on the same plateau that's only been rapping for a year or so, but he came out with this viral hit. But it's just like the
Right.
person that's been working for so long, when they get together on, at the same time, one's gonna fall off and the other's just gonna stay consistent for the rest of their career. So with
Facts.
that being said, I mean, once you kind of think about that, as well as, you also have to take into account, people's actual love for music and kind of their reasoning as to why they even do it, you know.
Yeah.
So when you say, these people thinking about, that they can rap and have a tight song, it's like, all right, get your money or whatever. More than likely you're gonna blow it. But, get your money and get big off of this viral song. But then at the same time, it's like, if you not built for it, the game gonna expose you anyway.
Facts.
So yeah, man. Like I mean, of course, it's a little discouraging at times when you're like, man, I could have made this in my sleep, but I kind of just I feel like I'm at a point now where it's just like I feel like I would make music if there was no notoriety or funding behind it. So
Mm.
I think once I kind of got that monkey off my back, thinking of, all of that, I think that's when the music got better. And I think that's kind of when I just got more comfortable with, myself as a musician, period.
Yo, me and Mike had this conversation the other day with one of our friends
Yeah.
about how a lot of these kids will come into the game and they get their money and they don't know what deal they're on. Like
Yeah,
we were
like
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
Blueface.
yeah,
Yeah. Because that's the point Mike brought up. But like I was talking about last year whenever Joe Budden went in and he was just like yelling at Yachty
Oh,
because
the
Yachty didn't
Yachty.
know what
Yeah,
the
yeah,
360 deal whole thing. And
yeah.
like I was like that was whenever I started like actually watching Everyday Struggle, and
Mhm.
like everybody's that's when everyone started hating Joe, and I was like, bro, he had fact, like he came to this kid with facts, and this kid just like that was a
Yeah.
whole different deal.
But
But
you
like
see how crazy that was because people were like, they were making jokes about it, like the whole chill Joe, like,
yeah.
this, that,
yeah.
and the third. But then, a couple months later, Yachty gets himself into this situation, and it's just like, okay, well, he tried to take, see, and I mean, and this is a whole nother, just wormhole when you kind of just get into the whole social media thing and how, that kind of, modifies people's thoughts and brains. But I mean, that's a whole different conversation. But back to what you were talking about, yeah, I definitely agree that like, this like people don't know and they just are signing these deals and it's just like they putting themselves in just crap situations.
I know, like, whenever we were talking about it and everything, we came across like how like not older, but like the whole J. Cole era, like all those cats, like, and
Yeah.
people like even old heads, like they came in, got their money, and then they were like, all right, well, like Nipsey Hussle was like, all right, y'all, see y'all niggas later. I'm gonna go do real estate, but I'm gonna still do rap too.
Yeah.
And I'm like no, like all these kids, like we were talking about how they get their money, and then it's like, all right, I have a porn star smoking a joint out of my toes, and it's just like it's my favorite thing
Yeah.
to bring up, bro. But like I'm just like I just thought that shit was crazy. But like they just kind of like go out, and then I know Yachty went, I think it was Yachty, he went and bought $100,000 grill with just like diamonds and shit, and I was like, bro, like for what?
Yeah.
Like
But I mean, as much as you can, say that, you don't really just see the um the meaning behind them doing that. I mean, that's part of the reason why, they go viral.
right,
So, I mean, I understand why they want to do it, but at the same time, like you're right, like it's just like it doesn't seem, feasible to do. So, which is why it goes back to what I said before. It's just like that's why they don't last.
And I feel like that's just the tradition behind it. Like you just
Yeah,
kind like it's normal for them to just want to like flex and whatever because I feel like at some level they know that their music isn't built to last. It's built to
yeah,
like, survive for a moment and then leave. So they have to cling on to relevancy. So they clout chase and like they flex and
for sure. They're for
that's
a
how
good
they
time, not a long time.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
bro. But like I would say like they sit there and they do shit like that, and then they have like they're all gonna turn into MC Hammers where they're doing fucking command strip commercials when they're
Right.
like fucking 50 and shit like that. Like
Hey man, if you really got patience, just sit and watch Lil Pump's career. Watch how it's going from the beginning to how it's kind of like transitioning now, and then kind of just see how it goes. Just keep your eye on him for the next couple of years. I think he'll be a good example of
For
what's
sure.
probably gonna happen.
what is your prediction on that?
I mean, I don't think, it'll be as drastic as Cole put it, him being on Love and Hip Hop or no shit like that. But I just think that he's very impressionable. I think that he's easily influenced, and I think he's probably gonna put himself into a situation where he's gonna get fucked. Like, I mean, let's not even talk about 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna put himself into a situation where he's probably gonna either get fucked or he's just gonna, just fall off of the face of the earth. Like, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think slowly people are getting tired of like his antics. I don't hear like much buzz about him, and then like his latest album did not do as well as people had predicted.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just like there's gonna be a new Lil this, young this, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, with the color hair. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's actually, looking better for the, I guess not necessarily I don't want to say more lyrical because lyrical doesn't mean that you're a good artist.
Right.
I think the more original type artist is looking better for them because all of these little whatevers that are coming out look exactly the same. So it's just like, you get this product, shipped to you. It's like how much more are people gonna eat up the same thing of this person probably in between a height of 5'4" to 5'8", 5'10", maybe. That's giving them extra a little bit with colored hair, maybe dreads, a grill, tats on their face and hands. Like it's just like it's the same, and they all sound the same. It's just like I don't know. I'm very optimistic about the situation because it's just like I feel like it's coming to an end real soon.
I think like with that, you'd have I think about people would rather take something that they're familiar with, which is like that just like, oh yeah, like they're all making music, it all sounds the same, but it's like it's familiar and like safe rather than like, oh damn, like these guys are over here making music that is like what we say is good. Like
Yeah,
whenever we bring somebody onto the show, it's not like, oh yeah, they got like 100,000 followers, or
yeah,
like, oh they got a couple thousand. It's like, damn, that bar was good. Like,
yeah,
oh damn, bro, like, did you watch like this or did you hear that? Did you like that? Like, cause I'm like, Lil Pump can't do a double entendre and then flip into like double time and then just like do some crazy, just like off the wall
right. But then
shit.
but then make it seem effortless at the same time.
Right,
Like,
Right.
you're not for sure, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's more minds like y'all that are coming out of the woodworks and having platforms like this. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
with that being said, it's just like, more and more people are gonna get tired of seeing the same thing and they gonna turn to, oh, what's going on over here? Like the people that actually like thinking about, you know, what they ingesting musically, like so
right.
yeah, I mean it's a process, but I think going back to what I was saying earlier, like as far as with the artist, like if you really like built for this and you really just like, have the passion for just music outside of everything else, then it's just like you'll be straight.
And so we were talking about how like they'll all be gone in that 5, 10, or within that few months, like to a year or two span.
Yeah.
So my thought is, or like my question for you is like, what what is what would you invest in, or what would you put time into? Like, say you make it to that level of like double XL freshman, and then
Yeah.
you're getting more deals and you're doing like you already doing shows and whatnot, but like you're doing like bigger shows and you're going and you're having like bigger tours and whatnot like that, you
Yeah.
start to amass this like money and whatnot.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you would put your time and effort into outside of music that you would think would like sustain you or keep you afloat?
Um, I would want to be just a creative director, bro. Like,
Okay.
so, whether that be I go, the J. Cole route and try to have my own label, or really just kind of go into more so like directing as far as like visually. Um,
Mm.
I think that would be good for me just to keep my creative palette just, fulfilled. But also, I would kind of want to go into real estate, but I would want to put things back into my community. I just want to be an overhead to make more people win. Like, I have plans of creating my own festival to do, like bringing it back to Dallas, working with as many people as I can.
Yo, hit me
Oh,
up.
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
no,
Yeah.
I'm
Yo,
serious.
hit me
I'm
up, bro.
serious.
Facts.
Like I'll hold you to that because I think that part of the reason why it's taking so long for Dallas to be a hub is just because people are afraid to reach out.
Bro, say it louder for the people in the back real quick, bro. Like,
Seriously, like people
shit.
people it's kind of just like for the outside world to know us as being hospitable, the whole southern hospitality thing. People do not reach out and ask for help.
Facts.
It's just like so many people are prideful, and it's like it's good to have pride in something. It's good to be self-sufficient, but you kind of have to be realistic at the same time. And I feel like with me, what I see for myself and what I see for the city of Dallas, it's kind of just like we just need the eye. Everything else is here,
Right.
from the talent to the venues to just the creativity in itself is all here. It's kind of just like we're in this bubble, and it's just like people, regardless of how the internet is today, just people kind of just have to come and see it, and then when they do, it's just like, oh my god, Dallas is lit. You was just talking about Joe Budden says it on his podcast. Oh my god, Dallas is lit. All these
Yeah.
artists, whenever they come to Dallas, they just love Dallas so much. But it's just like it's almost like I kind of think of it, how you know where the term sideshow came from, right?
No.
No.
So basically there would be, this is like back in the day, there would be like literal um attractions on the side of the road that people would just see, like whether it be like, and this is in the South a lot too. Like I don't know if you got, so you guys are commerce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen like those like, and it's usually during the winter time when they have like the Christmas lights out, and they have like a bunch of like
Yeah, they
it'll
do it
right.
downtown.
Right. It'll be like little small towns where it'll just be literally on the side of interstates, and it'll just be like light shows and uh just whatever it may be, but that's really what the side shows would be. Like, so they would literally be on the side of the road. So when you're driving, you would see it, and it would attract you for as long as you were driving, but you were going to your destination. That's what I
Right.
feel like Dallas is. It's like a
Hmm.
pass through. We
And
need
like the goes.
right. So I feel like we need to come together as a city and give these artists you know, an idea of what Dallas is. And we're more than a slideshow. We're a culture. We're a community. So I think we're doing a way better job of that. I know I kind of just went on a tangent, but
Bro, you're good.
yeah. So yeah, man.
Yo, and to like jump off of that, what was it, my senior year of high school, I tried to do my like my own concert, and I worked with my teacher because like that's when I was like, oh, I kind of think I know what I want to do in my life, and I was like, I'm gonna be a show promoter, and I'm gonna do this and that,
Yeah.
and then now that's not the move anymore. But like, look, it's gonna be a stepping stone at one point because I want my own venue by the time I'm 25.
Yeah.
So I remember like when I was a senior in high school, so like I was talking to my homie that I grew up with in Oklahoma, and he started going to school in Baylor, and I was like, "All right, nigga, well you rap, so like I'll come down there and pick you up from Baylor, and you can come stay at my house, and then we're gonna put on the show." And it was like I was working at Chick-fil-A, and I was like I had a couple like coworkers that did EDM, and
Yeah.
then I knew people from Fort Worth, and I was like, all right, bro, like y'all want to come together and we could do this.
Yeah.
And the only like I had the venue, I had the money, I had like everything ready, and then like
Mhm.
just like all of them niggas were just like, oh, and I was like, bro, like this is for y'all, bro, like
Yeah.
no
And kind
charge out
of
of y'all's
and just
pocket.
backed
I'm
out.
doing this for you,
Yeah, just backed
like,
out, like for no apparent reason, right?
yep,
Yeah, man. Like niggas is scared, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like that's people just got to get out of this ego where it's just like, yeah, I mean, it sounds cool, but I just don't know why.
I don't think anybody will like it. What will people
Why? Fuck
think? Like,
that.
what if it flops?
Fuck
yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Let
bro.
the
I'm like,
shit
bro,
flop.
like
If it flop, it flop. But
Yeah.
facts.
Let the work speak for itself.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, nah, I feel that, man, because I didn't gone through so much shit, like just with trying to like deal with people, but then see, and this is actually a conversation that I had with one of my really good friends, who's a producer, and we were just talking about just the industry period. And it's just like so many people will lose because they get their feelings like wrapped up in the shit, and they get
Right.
their I say egos, like kind of just like turned up to where it's just like they kind of feel like they're entitled to shit. And you know and this is not just Texas, this is the industry period. We kind of just have to get out of this mindset of I'm so worried about failure.
Yeah.
because you know that's the only way you can succeed is if you know how to fall.
Like, I'll take it to like last year when me and Mike met each other.
Yeah.
Like, everyone sees our art and shit, and I mean, like, all that's done by him, and it's like this nigga can like animate, draw, like fucking knock that shit out the park, make Disney look like a bitch.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, bro, like facts. And so like, we both kind of did. I did like minor acting shit whenever I was in high school, whenever I was younger, and he did voice acting and whatnot. So we were like, hey, like, let's fuck around and make like an animation studio. And so we made a club, and that shit's on fucking probation at the school right now because we like never registered our list and didn't show up to fucking meetings anymore because we were like, yeah, no, this shit's not working at all. And it's like, we fucked up heavy last year, and then we were like over the summer, like, oh nigga, you want to do a podcast? Like,
Yeah.
let's get it. And then it's like this shit for us. I feel like this shit's been going so well,
Yeah.
and we've been in the mindset of like, damn, bro, I have a paper to write, but I really want to do some Dormville shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
Like-
But see, that's the beautiful thing about it, bro, because it's like once you kind of find something that you passionate about, it don't feel like work. So it's
yeah,
just like, you know, you'll have those late nights and you'll have, you know, this this energy to put towards it, and it don't even feel like it because it's like something that's how you know you passionate about it. Like, so I think that, you know, if artists like and I mean just to bring it back to what we was just talking about, like with you know those people pulling out, like it's like, bro, are you really like passionate about it, or are you just trying to like, you know,
Are you in it for like the money or
yeah,
the
you in it
fame
for
and
the
stuff
money,
like
is
that?
you in it for the chick down the street that like finally
Right.
noticed you,
right.
like come on man, get your priorities together. Like what, like we only got one to live, bro, like so let's like live this shit like we finna die tomorrow.
Yo, and then bringing it back to something that you said earlier, whenever I asked you like what you want to do to sustain yourself, you were talking about maybe doing like a Dreamville-esque type deal.
Yeah.
Would you think about, because I know Greenhouse isn't a conglomerate, it's just like all of y'all just kind of like together working with one another,
Yeah.
but it's not like a set like house of like we are Greenhouse type shit.
Yeah.
Would you think of turning Greenhouse into something like that?
We already getting the LLC, brother.
Bet.
Hey.
Bet.
Yeah. Like literally, like as I'm talking to you guys, I'm in a strategy meeting with my creative team. Like right now, I actually like just stepped out during the other room. But yeah, nah, we doing that.
What is the dream end goal? Is it to be competing with Dreamville TDE? Is it to eat
No,
Dreamville TDE?
no
Is it
way.
to be
Nope. The dream is to make Dallas, Texas, a hub for music. Simple as that. That's
um,
that's what it is. I don't want to compete with nobody. I'm not trying to, you know, oh, this greenhouse gonna be the next TDE, the next Dreamville. No, I don't want that. I want something that's going to last beyond my for everybody else. I want to change the entire city. And I want everybody on this one accord to where it's just like, and that's the thing, like I'm not stupid, I'm a realist. I know that everybody's not gonna get along with everybody. I'm not trying to say we need to kumbaya and hold hands. What I'm saying is we need to come on one accord to where when people come through Dallas, they know where they at.
okay.
So yeah, man, I think it's pretty simple, like what my end goal is, but I'm glad you asked that because I feel like, you know, progression without an end goal is kind of just like you wandering around.
Right.
So
Yo, and then kind of jumping back, bro. Whenever those internships are open, bro, you have my number and the email, bro. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, and like I said, bro, like I told you because this is something that, like I said before, this is I'm a realist. I know I can't do this by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a village. So I just feel like I have an idea that, you know, people can run with. and
Hmm.
I'm down with anybody who down with me. So yeah, man, that's my goal.
So you're very like collaborative. I just want to know like what how did you come to that point where you're like, okay, I'm talented, but I know I can't do this by myself. I need to collaborate with other
Uh,
people.
man, it took a long time, like previous projects, but it was just I was on my cold shit, like no features. But I think I kind of got to this collaborative point. I want to say maybe like a year and some change ago, just because it was more so me um realizing that you know I have all of these people that support me and their resources. Like I kind of had to stop looking at people as just supporters, and I had to realize that I supported them as well. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that can be something that a lot of people can pull from, because it's like a lot of people have resources that you can use that you don't realize really just believe and are invested in you.
Right.
Um, and I think if you're, it's actually so simple, but like a lot of people don't do it. It's just like you can be as invested, in them as they are you. It can be, it's a hand meets another hand type of thing, you know. So whenever I was working on my album, uh, I wanted to get as many people as possible that I thought were dope, that I had a mutual understanding with, as far as like respect musically, visually, whatever it may be. And I just wanted to use my resources, man. Like that's when I realized stuff started to move, when I started showing a vested interest in somebody other than myself.
Yo, and jumping back to like you said, you started working with people a lot more on like about a year ago. That's whenever you started working on like the whole Made project.
Yeah, right. So um I had met with Maurice Films. He's the guy who pretty much did the, well, not pretty much, he did the all of the videos in the May series. Um and I met with him, and it was just like the first meeting I had with him pretty much sparked everything else, because it was just like before I was pretty much just in house. Like I had a couple producers, and it was just like, okay, we gonna do this shit together and like fuck everybody up. But then like I met with him, and his energy was just so like positive, and it was just like, I was just throwing these ideas and he was just adding to it. And that kind of just like moved me, because I'm just like, man, I'm sure there's a lot of people just like this dude that's that just got dope ideas, like that I can just like bounce my ideas off of to make them that much better. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
The whole shield, steel sharpens steel.
exactly, bro. So like the music was already created, and I was conceptually like creating these videos and having these ideas, and I was just bringing more people in because I needed like actors, and I needed people to play these roles.
Hmm.
But it was organically coming together because they saw that I was serious. So with that being said, once I saw they had a vested interest in me, and I saw that they could provide something for me, that's what made me go hard for them. You know what I'm saying? And so once the Made series came out, and it did what it did, that's when I was just like, bro, like I think I cracked the code. Like I should have been doing this. Like I should have been getting people involved, because one that's the thing. People want to be involved with something. They want to feel like they're a part of something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, you know, once I had those people that was a part, and they were pushing and promoting it, like it just all felt good. I'm just like, yeah, like this is what I need to be doing. I need to get people involved, because that's what's going to push it forward. I can't do it alone.
And then like MADE is the acronym, and bro, like whenever you started talking about it in your last interview, like y'all didn't really touch on it like a whole lot. Y'all talk more about like the videos and stuff like that.
Right.
But you were saying that like it stands for make a damn effort, and that
Right.
was more of like a mantra for you.
Yeah.
Like, is that what kind of propelled you to like move forward? Was like, fuck this. Like, I need to go do this.
Yeah, no, for sure. There was a moment between I had a project that came out in 2017 called 2.5 minutes till midnight. There was moment in time from then and in between then and May where I was kind of just going through this, like, not necessarily depression, but it was just more so I was just kind of down because I was just like trying to figure out what I needed to do. I feel like the music was there. I feel like I had enough connections to, make some type of movement, but I feel like it wasn't coming fast enough,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't being patient. But that just goes back to me, just thinking about like, and basically watching other people's play, you know, and not having my eyes on my own. Seeing these SoundCloud rappers blow up and, off of these songs, and I'm just like, I make music that's 20 times better than this. Yeah, I was that rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
And I kinda had to just, really, and it's hard for a lot of people to do, but I think we all should do this, like kind of just flip the mirror on ourselves and, really pick apart what you're doing wrong and why, things are, the way that they are. So I did a little bit of self-reflection, and I realized that I wasn't putting in enough effort. I was putting in the hours per day that I should have, like, you
Right.
know, aside from like having a 9 to 5 job, like, I would probably like work on music maybe 2 to 3 times out of the week, like, and I felt like I was like putting in work, but it was just like, nah, like if you really trying to, like, you have to be
Get in there.
realist about all of this shit, and you have to put in, the actual work. Like, I think a lot of people get this
Yeah.
misconception of, and of course the SoundCloud rappers have kind of propelled it to where it's just like, okay, I can make one song and blow up. But it's just like that shit is really rare.
Right, like that's not reality. Like
Right.
reality is like those kids blow up because
Right.
bro, the shit I saw this morning, I was like, no, it was last night. And there's a 12-year-old kid and labels are like paying him like
Oh,
thousands
the
of
little dancing
dollars.
kid that be hitting the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what?
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm just like, people do that type of shit, but it's like they're only gonna be there for so long.
Yeah,
Cause I
and
mean like
back then, that's when I would see that and I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you ain't putting in no work, da 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 da, blah blah blah. Like,
right.
Yeah.
now I'll see that and I'll just be like, oh, all right, cool. Back to whatever I was doing to build this brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you see it, take note, move on. Like, you can't just dwell on it because he may be getting these 6-figure deals, but let's see how much it is when it's taxed. Let's
Right.
see let's see him sign a deal and then all of a sudden they own him.
Right.
And I'm not wishing that on that kid because all he probably just liked to dance and it just blew up for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not wishing that on him at all. What I'm saying is, it's just like, bro, these labels and shit are slimy, bro. So it's just like I don't need, like, fuck a deal. I don't even want a deal. I just want, like, I just want the buzz. Like, I just want the respect, and I want to make music and be able to provide. Like, fuck a deal, bro. Like, when y'all see these people in these label meetings, like, and no shade to anybody that has label meetings, because there are some people who are having these label meetings that's like really like doing shit, but like, don't like fake the funk, bro. Like, it's a lot of these people that are going into these labels that's just going and taking pictures at
The Def
the
Jam.
headquarter. Well, not even Def Jam. I'm just saying any, whether, Capital, Atlantic, wherever you want it, like,
Right.
Universal, whichever label, they going in, taking pictures, and walking right out. May not even be having any type of meetings, bro. Like that's like it'd be lame shit. But beyond that, labels are slimy, bro. Like there are some that may be able to put you in a good situation, but it's just like, yeah, bro, it's not all it's cracked up to be, bro. Like, believe me, all that shit that you see in the industry, 60% of it is not real, bro. 60 to 70% is not real. So
And I like that mindset that you have, that like that you just do what you want to do and stuff like that, because like it makes it way easier on you, because I feel like so many I guess creatives, they see people blow up and like they get all jealous, and like it impacts their music because
yeah,
they're trying to compete with that other person rather than compete with themselves.
bro, it's too many rappers, bro. It's too many rappers. Like it's too many people that make music. Like I don't even like telling people I make music unless they like ask. Like I'm like no, and this is in no way like to be facetious or anything like that. Like, but I'm like just now getting to a point where like people recognize who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, bro, like I don't even like to tell people I make music because there's so many rappers, there's so many singers, and you know, like I'd rather you just listen to the music and form your own judgment. And I kind of think that like, a lot of these people kind of get this bad like idea of like the industry, thinking that just because another rapper gets on that that it's just curtains for you.
Yeah.
And do you think that like, I don't want to say do you think that it's like a bad mentality to have, but like people that, because I know like whenever we first started, it was just kind of like we promote everywhere,
Yeah,
like places that like shit that we had like people that I was like, oh, I know you won't actually listen to this, but like you might tap in and then
yeah,
like tell
you
somebody else
might
that
get
you know
one
type
person.
shit.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's so important, like seriously.
And like, do you think that with you like withholding yourself from like telling people like, oh, hey, I rap? Do you think that that's like, I don't want to say hurting who you're like hurting your listener basis and all that stuff, but like, do you think that just like blasting it would have a better effect, or do you think that that would turn into like, damn nigga, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Okay, you rap
see,
type shit.
yeah. See, that's what it is. Like I try to blast it as possible. I do, the paid posts and promo, but that's what the B Anderson, brand is. That's what the promotion is for. Like as far as like going out to people, I won't walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, yo, I'm a rapper." Like I don't do that. And I don't do that because I know myself. I'm a very, vibey type person. So if you're trying to sell me something, as soon as walk up to me, regardless of who you are, I'm not interested. Because
So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so because I remember I remember what was it, last year whenever we went to the state fair, there were like a couple of niggas just like handing out CDs and shit like that. So you
And
would like,
yeah, and them shits ended up on the ground too.
bro, nah, bro, that's
None of this
yo,
was-
the CD was funny, bro. Swear to God. We went back to my house and we played that shit on my speakers, and I was just like, oh, I like,
Yeah,
I bro.
yeah. And then how much play did that shit get after you played it like that first time?
Two.
All right, cool. So now, do you still have it? You still play it, or
Bro, I have it. I think I downloaded it on Spinrilla, and I don't even listen to that shit anymore.
okay? So he wasted his money. He wasted his bread. So I mean, he got to download it. I mean, I'd rather have a conversation with you, and then you know, you find out the type of person that I am, and
Makes it feel
then
more
the
personalized
conversation,
too.
right? And then the conversation, the music comes up. It's like, oh, okay, I feel inclined to listen to this guy. And then you listen to the
Right.
music, and then it's like actually good, and then you're like, wow, I feel like I know this person, and I want him to win. You know what I'm saying? And now I have
Yeah.
a vested interest in this person. Like I feel like it may be a little bit slower, but I feel like in an organic fan base, where you actually know the artist, I think that's what builds longevity.
Yeah, it's a smarter way to go about it too.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you're creating like an invested interest in you as the person, not as just like some rapper is trying to like sell his product.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like I'll give you the product, but I want you to know the person behind the product so that you feel the product that much more.
And then you were talking about organic. We talked about organic growth.
Yeah.
Um, how did the whole like how did you and John meet up? Because I mean y'all link up together because like the other day y'all were on Instagram and y'all were like locked out the building or some shit. I was like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
these niggas just out here fooling, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like
So really, bro, like again, it's just organic stuff. Like I went to LSU uh for school for a couple years, then I transferred to University of North Texas. When I was going to school there, he was actually going to Texas Women's University.
right,
So those schools are like right next to each other. So, the two schools like pretty much like everybody knows each other. So we actually met through my creative director now. His name is John Owens. Y'all should follow him, Johnny Hendricks on Instagram. He actually did the cover for my first mixtape. And so I would go and shoot the shit with him, try to conceptualize what we were doing with that. And him and John Doe are actually roommates. So
oh,
yeah, so I would just go over there. We would smoke. So I don't know, man. Like I feel like smoking brings together a lot of people. Like we're not gonna talk about legalization and all that shit. That'll be another convo we can have. But
Right.
yeah, like long story short, like that's how we were pretty much like brought together, and we would just like kick it. And like I knew we became cool before I even knew that he was like that he rapped. Like and before he even became serious about rapping again, because he had rapped before, like years prior when he was in high school, but then
right.
he had stopped for a few years. And he had I guess it had piqued his interest again, and he had started rapping again. And what's crazy was he kind of like fought through the ranks, because when he started rapping again with his first project, like he was virtually like unknown. So it's kind of crazy to see like his growth in the past few years, like the past like two years or so. Because he's starting to really, really make a name for himself in the city. So, so yeah, man, it's crazy.
How was the growth of like whenever y'all did like whenever you picked out the people for Greenhouse? Was that just like I know that y'all niggas rapping, I fuck with y'all, or was it like I need this sound from you particularly?
Nah, so Greenhouse was made on accident.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So here's what happened. So I had got, like I said, going back to trying to get all these people together, to do something dope. Um, and I'll really just tell you like each person, man. Like, so we went to California with a mindset of, okay, we're gonna go to this house. We had rented a house in California, kind of close to this producer that I've been working with, because he was giving us free studio time out there. One of my real good friends, his name is Alexander Lewis. So um, the people I picked, so I picked Matt Swagnew. He's actually my cousin. Uh,
Okay.
so I wanted him to come out there. Also, he was at the time, he already moved now, but at the time he was contemplating moving to LA. So I was just like, you might as well just come see what it's about. Um, John Doe, like I said, he's actually one of my homies. He was going through, some stuff in his real life. So I was just like, come, get your mind off things, come, provide some ideas for the album. Uh, so he was with it. Wolf Taylor was actually, he had came to to get footage, because he's actually a videographer as well.
Mm-hmm.
But he also raps. But he had came because, and here I go revealing secrets and shit. We actually have a documentary coming out like for that entire trip.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah, like so it's not only like for the creation of green. Yeah, y'all getting exclusive right now. So
Bruh, yo, bruh.
this documentary is not only going to be the creation of Greenhouse, but it's also going to be the creation of the album. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, we had multiple videographers. So not only Wolf Taylor, we had my homie Stay Bright, Bryson Smith. He came, and then my other homeboy Lennox Evans. Um, they all came to get footage of the album creation for the documentary. And then a few more of my homies like Il Tommy, the guy who produced Lemonade. He's actually my DJ. Uh
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, bro, like all of the people that came were literally coming because they had a vested interest in the album.
Dang.
So the
How
thing
long were y'all out there?
bro, we made Greenhouse in 5 days. We
Damn.
went out there on a Wednesday, and we left that Monday. Yeah. Yep. Yep, that Monday night. So
And was it
yeah.
just like a lot of long nights going into it, or you just got
So
like
yeah,
was it just
so the way that it was that we got to LA, and so we would be in the studio, but the thing was it was just like everybody had brought their setups. So whenever we wasn't in the studio, we was still working. So like we would go to the studio, probably go grab some food or whatever, and just be at the crib, just blowing, drinking, and just vibing out. Like we wasn't out being tourists and shit. Like
Right.
everybody had, the creative bug, I guess, to really just continue to work like minute by minute. We didn't sleep much. It was literally just I mean, and what's even crazier about it is I know y'all heard about that whole Dreamville thing, where they came together for the Revenge of the Dreamers shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
it was just funny because they did that after, we did the shit for Greenhouse, and I was just like, oh yeah, no, we trendsetters out here. Fuck all that.
Dang.
But yeah, bro, like that's pretty much what it was like. And also it was kind of just like staggered, like the way people came. Like Matt was there from like Wednesday through Friday because he had to come back to Texas and work, and then like Wolf came, like bro, you'll see it in the documentary, but it's just like crazy how all the shit happened. Like for example, I'll give y'all a little story. So that Thursday night, because like I said, Matt had ended up leaving Friday morning. um Wolf um was supposed to come like Thursday during the day, and me and Matt had recorded my way while we were out there, like those first couple days.
Mhm.
Well, Wolf was supposed to come and do the video. And y'all should definitely go watch the My Way video after I tell this story, because it'll make a lot of sense. So Wolf was supposed to catch a flight to LAX that Thursday during the day. His flight ended up getting delayed and postponed to almost like to the point where, well, not even almost, to the point where he had to catch another flight to San Diego and then catch an Uber 2 hours to LA. So he ended
Damn.
up, yeah, bro. So he ended up getting to the Airbnb probably around like 2 something in the morning. Mind you, we still up working on shit. So we went to like he got there. We shot probably like an hour's worth of footage for the video. We slept probably like 2 hours, and then we woke up at 6 in the morning to shoot the rest of the My Way video. And that it
Yeesh.
actually ended up being the majority of the videos. If you watch the video, it's actually like 6 a.m. in the morning, and Matt looks tired as shit. Like, but yeah, we had literally
Bro.
woke up, shot that shit, and took him to the airport. And
Dang.
yeah, like it's crazy because that's like one of the most liked songs on Greenhouse. But it's just to take like just to show you how crazy like the shit was, like with that. And then like uh so yeah, we brought him to the airport when we were done. And even with like Lemon, we wrote recorded and shot the video for Lemonade all within a span of 2 hours before we checked out the Airbnb.
God
Like,
damn.
yeah, bro. And like I said, this is all in the documentary, bro. And like the Lemonade video is coming out soon. But yeah, bro, it's just a lot of crazy stuff that happened. Like that's like you can't create again. And now it's kind of made itself its own thing to the point where like even like the owner of the house, like he heard the tape, he loves it, he wants us to come back like and make another tape. Yeah, man.
That's some good shit, bro.
Yeah,
God damn.
yeah, bro. Like and like I said, like we have all of this like set up for like so we can just take over for the whole year because we have this album that's about to come out, like, and then we have this documentary of everything. So yeah, man, like it's dope how everything came together. But yeah, Greenhouse was an accident.
Bro, with the documentary, I know that you have the IGTV clip,
Yeah.
and it's the when you're laying out the rules was like all that shit, like the whole 10 p.m. shit. Was that real?
No.
Okay, bro,
None of
because I
that.
was like, bro, there's no fucking way, bro.
So that's the thing. Like, there's more episodes of Reality Planet coming out. Like, that's the thing. Like, we came up with all that conceptual type stuff like on the fly. Like, we have more episodes of that coming out, and then we had like just I don't want to just say too much, bro, but yeah, like that wasn't real. Like the that we shot that like as a joke, like just to promote, but like nah, documentary's not like that. Like
Okay,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I was like, bro, wait, like, is this part of
Yeah.
a documentary? Like, now that
Nah,
after you sent that, I was like, what?
nah. That was just a joke. Like it was funny shit. Nah.
Are you looking at doing any more because I know y'all had a show, the progress report show.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know what day it was, but I remember I was like, damn, I can't buy a ticket. I either had like class or I had to go back home to do some shit, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, these niggas really don't fuck with me, I guess. Like, I was mad as hell, bro. Like,
wait, what happened?
Bro, I couldn't go to the show because
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like we were about to go home for spring break, and I was because like
Yeah.
for spring break, like those first 3 days I was sick, and I
Yeah.
say like I couldn't get out the room. I was like, I need to go
Yeah.
home. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, I guess these niggas just don't like me, bro. Like,
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, not at all. That show was lit though, bro. We sold out Curtain Club, and it was South by Southwest weekend, and
yeah,
and they had like they had the fight out here, the Errol Spence shit, and then it was also like St. Patty's Day weekend, so the streets was crazy, but we still ended up like packing it out, so that was like really lit.
do y'all have any more shows coming up?
Yeah, man. I got a show this upcoming Sunday, actually. And then as far as like us as a like, me, Matt, everybody else, I think we're doing another show this summer. Well, not think we are. We have a show John Doe's actually putting on that he's headlining that we all doing. That's called Ride with Friends. That's in April 21st. So that's actually gonna be at Curtain Club again. So we're gonna try to pack that out again. And then we just got a couple of things coming up in the summer, bro. So yeah, it's a lot. Like y'all just got a taste.
Bro, April 21st is a Sunday, bro. Look,
Yeah.
we about to barely make it back for because we have a meeting on Sundays at 7:00, and so I'm about to be like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I'm sorry, y'all, bro. We were at the show. Shit.
Yeah. Hey, man, come through, man. Like, hey, it's a lot going down. We really just trying to create a way for everybody like to just win and just like make this culture just like pop like it's supposed to.
This is the last question that we ask every artist that comes on the show.
Yeah.
What's the hardest rap lyric that you've ever heard?
The hardest rap lyric that I've ever heard?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Oh, there's so many. Okay. I've pinpointed the song. Let me think of the line. Hold on. Let me rap through it real quick. Hold on. Okay. I think just because it's so relatable for me, it would be the coal line. And back to the topic. No, man, I'm an old landmine waiting to blow up for a long damn time. Cause I'm like, bruh, like that's what I like. That's probably like one of the coldest rap lines to me. I know there's a lot more colder, but as far as relatability to me, that's up there.
Yo, and with that, we just want to say thank you for coming on the show. We're gonna be at the show, hopefully. Shit, if these people let us leave this meeting. Fuck. Look,
like,
look, I'm about to be
or just
like, nah,
step
bro,
out,
my
it's
mama's sick, bro. I gotta go. She said I gotta clean the kitchen, bro. Shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, bro, we got a bunch of shows coming up, man. So hopefully y'all can make it out.
Bet. We appreciate you coming on, bro. We wish you the best in the future, bro. We're gonna obviously just blast the fuck out of this shit.
Yeah.
But peace.
All right, peace, man. Y'all be easy.
Please believe it, be in season. I just might free the people, I'ma go lead the people. I'ma go far, I see so. I'ma go hard, I think so. I'ma go hard to cement. All of my flaws make an awesome ego. All of my flows make it hard to keep up. Yeah, you ain't got to me, bruh. I got an arsenal. I'm obviously an anomaly, bruh. I follow leaders. I fall at times. I don't fall to freezer. Nah, I beat the beater.